Hello, I'm Julio, and in this video I want to give an update of the old video I created about the MacBook Air M1, the 13 inches, and I just want to update that video with I don't know, 3 years later. What has happened with this computer? What are the things I'm doing with it? And if it's still holding up well. Okay, so just basically this an update of that video. I think it's interesting if you are planning to buy a computer, especially a MacBook Air, and you are a 3D artist, and you are in the same mindset I was when I purchased it, and basically I was thinking a side computer, nothing that would replace my main rig. It was more as a side computer that could use in everyday tasks. When I sit down in the couch, to do online shopping, maybe watching YouTube videos or in another room. For traveling, it's a great computer because it's very small, very lightweight, and as a side computer, basically, it was the idea. But of course, as a 3D artist, especially if I travel. I want to keep doing 3D, I want to keep being able to do something with the computer more than just emails, For that I could use the phone or a tablet, I want to be able to get more use out of the computer, right? Also maybe do some light gaming as well. So yeah, when I bought this computer, my idea, my thinking was, I want a laptop, but I don't want a laptop like the one I already have for my daily job. In my office, since the pandemic, we all get a laptop, and everybody's working with a laptop at home. And I didn't want that kind of laptop. I didn't want a super powerful machine that could run everything because you know I wanted something silent. I wanted something portable. I wanted something lightweight. I wanted something that I could carry with me without the charger, without the power surge. I wanted the super portability. That's the reason I went for the smallest MacBook I could find, the 13-inch. But I also, as I was commenting, I didn't want to sacrifice, like I didn't want a tablet. I wanted to do more with it, like at least some Blender, some ZBrush, some basic ZBrush. I have seen ZBrush running on very old computers, and why wouldn't why I would not ask this computer also, to do something uh, a bit more than just browsing internet. So that was my idea when I purchased this computer. And here are the specs. Well, before everything, let me show you just a bit of context of what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna show. I'm gonna run a few softwares, okay, a few 3D apps, and I want to show you Blender. I want to show you ZBrush. I want to show you Maya. We are gonna talk about Unreal Engine, and yeah, I don't know, just a few 3D apps that I use, and some um, models, so you see the performance of it. Um, what I have here is the computer, okay, connected to this other screen. This is the screen I'm gonna be recording, okay? I'm not gonna be recording the small thing because the screen is duplicated right now, okay? So what I have here is exactly the same thing in both screens, okay? I have here the other computer where I'm doing the recording, okay, and this is the computer that is behind there. So this is the my computer, my personal computer. Well, personal, let's say, yes, personal, where I do my personal work, okay, and it's behind this screen. And this is a Threadripper. I don't know. It's a bit old already. It's like 4 years old, maybe. It's still holding up for 3D tasks, yes, but it's very noisy. It's very bulky, very noisy. So yeah, well, I use it, of course, but not every day. And this is the other one I have, is the company laptop. It's an Aorus whatever with a 3080 RTX. It's a beast. It's one noisy beast. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is show everything here in the laptop, but recording in that screen. Okay, I have here the Wacom and connected. Everything is connected through this dongle here. You see here this little one is the, the, the one for the keyboard. This is the HDMI, and this one is the one for the Wacom. Okay, the gray one. So this is charging, but I don't know. Let's do one thing. Let's unplug the charge. Okay, let's unplug it. So now it's on battery, and the thing it was. I don't know if I can focus this, but yeah, it's 100%. The battery is full charge. Okay, so let's see this unplugged, because this is one of the things that I love most about this computer. That I can run with it all day without charging, and I can still do 3D. I can still do many things without even noticing that it's not charging. This other one, this other one is super powerful, rendering and everything. But the moment you drop the charger, it will drop in performance. So you have it connected. It's super noisy. You drop the charger, is more silent. Well, not silent, but less noisy, but it's also less powerful, and yeah, it's very heavy as well. Okay, so yeah, the configuration for this thing, let's see, let me record this. I can have here the camera. Let's see if you can zoom in this thing here. It's M1 with 8 cores, 8 gigabytes, 16 neural engine, whatever is that, and 500 of SSD. So I believe the only thing I updated was the SSD. Everything else is the stock one, because I remember thinking that the SSD was going to be important, the hard drive space. So that's the thing I wanted to update, upgrade in the computer. And this is something I would recommend you, no matter what you do with any computer. Always don't rely on external hard drive. You're buying a laptop for portability. If you have to carry hard drives with you, that's an extra thing, especially something that you can't even forget in the office or whatever. So, rely on internal storage. I think is better to spend a bit more of money and increase the base capacity. So yeah, as you can see, this is the base thing. Okay, so let's do one thing. I have here the activity monitor. I don't know if this thing is gonna be very visible, because the quality of this camera maybe is not the best, and also recording from the screen is not the best thing. But you know, more or less, you can see here down. There is like 8 gigabytes of memory, and use is like 5.9. So yeah, more or less is 6 around used. Let's see. Let's open Blender, for example. Let's start with Blender. Oh no, wait. Let's start with ZBrush. Yes. Let's start with ZBrush. Yes, why not? So ZBrush is, well, as you know, ZBrush works in a toaster. It's so well optimized in all kind of computers. It works very well. The only thing, of course, with ZBrush is the more you add to the scene, the more it loads, right? The more heavy it becomes. So if you know how to work with ZBrush, you can do anything that you need in almost any computer. It's not about raw power, it's about understanding how subtools work, understanding your poly count, understanding when subdivide and when you don't need to subdivide. So I think that's a plus. Okay, so let's open, I don't know, something. I don't have things here in this. I wanted to get rid of things I cannot show, but I want to open things that you can also open, in your computer, so you can see what is the performance, compare the performance of your computer with this. If you are thinking on purchasing a computer, I think this can help you. So this is the standard mesh, the earthquake that comes here in ZBrush by default. And yeah, navigation is very good, very good. Like no problem at all. Sculpting, let's do something. Let me put the standard material because I think it's, and remove the poly paint. I mean, there is not noticeable performance on this. Sculpting is very good. Like in this poly count, I don't think it's very heavy. This thing now, like let's see, is 1.2 million. Yeah, it goes very well. No problems at all. Let's see, where is my dumb standard? I don't see anything. So yeah, let's do divide. Let's see, still very good. Now this thing is in almost 5 million. Yes, yeah, works very well as well. No problem at all. Navigation is good. Switching from subtools is good. No problem. One thing, of course, you can maybe try is to put the. I noticed this computer works very well. Especially, we will see this in Blender later. Everything works very well. When you are handling meshes, when you are handling polygons, but everything that is more about rendering or putting post effects on things on top, it will be more taxing on it. Like for example, here, the ambient occlusion, right? Well, of course, the ambient occlusion is taxing by default. By the ambient occlusion, you can see how you can notice how the performance degrades, right? Now, I know this is taxing by default, this thing. So it's not like only in this computer, it will happen in many computers because this thing is taxing. That's the reason they have a quality slider here. So I don't know, just this comment, anything that you put on top, maybe complex shaders or things like this are going to have a little bit of impact, and this thing is perfect, doesn't have any problem at all moving these shaders. So yeah, very good. Let's open another. For example, I have this one here. It loads also very fast, loads meshes, shapes very fast. The hard drive is super fast, and this is very noticeable. So I don't know, this other one also very good. This one has a lot of subtools here, as you can see, many subtools, and yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's not very heavy in poly count, but works very well. You can. There is this thing. Let me go back to earthquake a second. There is this thing in the viewport. In the navigation. As you can see, when I rotate, it becomes low poly. You can change this thing here in performance and just put this thing to the maximum if you want, and then it will not. You will see that it's slower, okay, but it will not. You will not see any low poly when you rotate, okay. So it's not like it's optimizing anything when you rotate. Ideally, maybe you want this a bit lower, not to zero. Okay. So yeah, let's go back. I have here this city model I have done just so quick. It's just a super doodle thing, sphere, and I just wanted to talk about when you work on ZBrush and in a computer like this. Well, not in a computer like this. In any computer, you're not throwing like 10 million polygons per subtools and just start sculpting, right? This is what I meant before when I was saying that you should know how to work on ZBrush. You should know how to sculpt and how to work on your computer. Oops, what did I do? What is this? So you should know your poly count, you should understand the mesh, and you should understand what you are doing, and adding geometry only when it's really needed. Okay, so for example, now I'm gonna add another level. Okay, and I add another level. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes because I'm using the keyboard of the laptop and I never use this keyboard because there is this function key here on the left that is breaking totally my muscle memory. So yeah, sculpting is super good at these levels of poly count. Let me add another level. I'm not doing anything interesting here, just throwing strokes here, just for you to see the performance, how this works, and it was very good, very good. Let's do, for example, with an alpha. I don't know. Let's load an alpha. Import. I have here some alphas, from X, Y, Z. I don't know, one of these, maybe this one that is already downloaded. I have this on OneDrive. So, of course, not like this. You have to put this thing to 50 mid value. And then, yeah. So let's add another level of subdivision. So this thing now is in 3 million, right? 3 million polygons. It works perfectly fine for adding this type of detail. I can even subdivide a bit more. 12 million polygons. Yeah, and it works perfectly fine, no problem at all with the details. So yeah, and again, this type of modeling, where you are evolving your mesh and adding geometry and trying to sculpt thinking on what you do, right? Thinking on what you are doing on a level where what you are building, you know in your head what you are building. You are not just throwing polygons. You don't want just to overload your computer with polygons, overload your model with polygons that don't have any sense or any purpose, right? Like subdividing this like crazy, like what I did here. Of course, I will not sculpt at this level without first extracting all the possible detail I need from the previous levels. Okay, that's the way you approach sculpting. So yeah, it's how I will do it, how I will sculpt. But anyway, let's do some. Let's duplicate this thing, I don't know, 3 times. Let's see, each one is like 12 million polygons. I usually don't have subtools of 12 million polygons, like maybe 3 million polygons, I don't know, something like this, but no, not much more. Like here you can see this thing is 7 gigabytes. Let's see, zoom in and see 7 gigabytes. And there is some yellow thing here. Something is like being stressed. So it's a bit laggy now on the viewport. Let's do one thing. Let's drop one level, 2 levels. And let's delete higher. Same here. Let's delete the higher level. And this one the same. Let's delete the higher. And now everything goes super smooth. And I still have geometry to do whatever. And this monitor, yeah, it's 7 gigabytes, but yeah, it's much better. Performance is much better. And the moment you drop under 10 million polygons, everything is very good. Now it's 7 million polygons, right? It's 7. No, 7 million polygons. No, it's almost 1 million polygons. But so all good, no problem with ZBrush. I don't know if I have here something with this model. What is this? So yeah, this is a little house I was building when I was learning Blender. What is doing this here? I was learning Blender. Okay, so let's go to Blender. Let's quit ZBrush and let's open Blender. Now, Blender for me in the past 2 years has been a beautiful thing to learn. Usually I work with 3D Studio Max, with Maya, um, with ZBrush, and I started working with Blender more and more just for learning, just for fun, for my own personal projects, and I found a beautiful software, great for doing everything, and that's something I love, that I can sculpt and I can model and I can do everything in one single software. So yeah, let's open, for example, I don't know, something. Look, I was doing the same. I was sculpting before a bit, just having some fun, just to see performance. Very good performance, very good. This is all, I don't know how many polygons. I don't care how many polygons. I don't even look at it. But yeah, it works very well. You can see for sculpting this type of things is great. You Performance. Let's see if I can do things, because again the this button on the keyboard is driving me nuts. Control. Okay. So I don't know. Performance again, very good. No problem at all. Sculpting, same. Works very well. I can do whatever. I believe this one has a multi-res modifier on top, so yeah, you can see. The mesh, and yeah, sculpt. So very, very good, and I believe I can add way more geometry to this, and everything will be fine because it's working very well. Viewport is always very good for me, at least for what I do. With a light. So the moment you start doing render, the moment you start doing things that are a bit, not handling polygons, like more like render things, like for example here there is ambient occlusion, there is shadows, it's very, very light, but there are things here. You can see that, I don't know, it's like a bit lower, in performance. But still, I mean, it works. You can do things. Let's go to, where is this? Eve. Okay. So let's add another light. Lights, I don't know, like an area light here. Let's do some extra lighting here. Yep, something like this. Let's duplicate the light. So as you can see, it works. I mean, I can do some basic rendering if I want, right? It works fine. For this type of thing, it works fine. I will not do a movie. I will not render a movie here, in this thing. By the way, this is not even warm. I'm just touching the keyboard and it's like, no, not warm at all. So it's not really getting hot. So yeah, I will not render a movie, or a super heavy illustration here with thousands of things in the screen. Like for example, these ones I have here from the examples. I don't know, what is this one? The famous one. I think it's called the Splash, or yeah, the Splash one. So yeah, you can totally render this type of thing. Let's go textures. As you can see, it was very fast, and I have seen other videos of people that it takes longer, but I think it's because I already loaded this scene. So it's not the first time I open this scene. Maybe it's because everything is on cache somewhere. I don't know. But you can see the textures loaded super fast. The first time I opened this file, it was not that fast. So don't be fooled. This is not because the computer is doing something that other computers are not doing. It's because some magic Blender is doing inside. Because again, the first time I opened this scene, it was taking longer. Now it took like 1 second. But yeah, if I go to render, the thing here in the render, you can see, it's a bit slower, but it's still rendering it. It just takes a couple more of seconds, and that's it. I did a few render tests before with this machine and the other where I'm recording and the computer, and yeah, it's slower. Like the computer was doing this render in, I believe it was 25 seconds, something like this. And this machine was taking, the MacBook was taking like 40 something. So it was, I mean, I can wait 20 seconds more, it's not killing me 20 seconds. I understand for a movie or super heavy work, of course, but for these light works, let's see what is the camera. No, what is the thing? Viewpoint, camera. Yeah, because I don't have the keyboard, so I need to do it like this. So you see this is rendering good. Let's see. Normal render, just for you to have your benchmark if you want to. So I'm not changing. Well, let's do one thing. Edit preference. I want to show you what I have here in the system. I'm using the metal thing, and yeah, just this. Okay. And here in render, we are gonna use cycles. Okay, and not the viewport. I don't care about the viewport. In the render, the noise, use GPU. Okay, well, in the viewport, I think it was already set. So let's do render image. So you see, I think it's around 20 something. It's gonna be here. Maybe not. Maybe it's 2 minutes. But again, I will not really use this computer for the rendering this, especially, I mean, maybe for the final render, why not? But when you are doing an illustration like this, you need to do tons of renders. You need to iterate a lot. You basically need your render in real time to see the materials, to see everything. So yes, of course, I will not use this computer. I will use the most powerful computer I can have available, right? So this thing is 75%. It's gonna be around 1 minute, something like this. Yeah, 58 seconds. I don't know. You can see it, 58 seconds. So yeah, it works. For me, it works. Um, yeah, what would be more important for me is this, like the performance working on the viewport. Is this good for me? Can I edit this thing? Can I edit this? Can I keep working on this? That is what would be important for me. You know, for this computer. I will not expect to do super final renders on this thing, but everything else look so good, so fast. This level, of course. Um, Let me show you a character I have here. So this character is for a friend of mine. Is just um go to this layout. It's just a character for a video game. So this is the high poly version. Okay, where is the character? What happened? What did I do? Okay, I don't know. Did I hide it? Oops. Yeah, I don't know. It disappeared from the screen. I don't know. What happened? What is the activity monitor? So let's see if maybe there is an issue with memory. No, it's fine. 7, all good with the memory. Okay, what happened? I need to know. Because this is a modeling tab is here, right? Maybe, okay. Maybe no active object, yes. So object, yeah, I don't know. This viewport totally lost it. I don't know what I did. Maybe I hide something I not noticing. All of this is here. Cameras, everything is visible. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to another viewport, like the modeling one. So this is all good. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that viewport. Again, I probably I clicked some keys that I shouldn't because again this keyboard is making me make mistakes all the time because the that key that is, let me show you that key so you hate it with me. That FN key there is the worst thing ever. Yeah, worst thing ever. It's creating me a brain tumor. So yeah, this character I have here is just for rendering, for doing the okay, where is the this key is really bad on my brain, that key. Sculpting, putting some basic materials, some basic lights. It's just the model for exporting the high poly and doing the baking later in Substance Painter. So all good here in Blender. Everything super good, everything super smooth for me. No problem at all. No problem. Let's close this thing. Do we have anything more here that I want to show? Well, I don't want to be opening every single. Yeah, this one, for example, let's open this one. Why not? This is one example of something that works well. The hair thing works well until you click on this one. That is the rendered version, and then everything is super well. You can see the ghosting there. It's like I mean, I could try to work with this a bit, but not that much, you know. But it's very fun. It's very fun. It works. It was better without it, like perfectly, no problem. Well, perfectly. I mean, very good. All these hair things. I don't know. I haven't tried to do anything here, like messing around with it. I don't know how this works. I don't want to touch it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to Maya, for example. So yeah. One of the things I have problems with this computer is not really the computer itself, but the the operative system. The OS X. I work every day with Windows. I'm still 3 years later work using this computer every day. I'm still not going very far with it. It's like, man, sometimes things are a bit painful to do. In OS X, like find the Finder is like Explorer is million times better, or all these super complicated shortcuts. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so used to Windows that everything here is super complicated for me in terms of the operative system. So I'm not really spending a lot of time on that. Okay, so before I lose my voice, here I would really prefer to have a mouse. I don't really like the tablet for this, but anyway, So in Maya, for example, let me open a file I have here. I was working with. Well, I can show you first. You this character, the low poly version. Okay, as you can see, million frames per second, everything good. I can load some textures here as well. Um, they should be. Where is the? They should be somewhere here on my OneDrive. Unreal. Where is the thing here? Okay, this one is the backpack. So I believe it will load all of them at once. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you see with textures here on the viewport, nice or good. Now, when you add the anti-alias here, when you add anti-aliasing, is when things start going a bit crazy. Like, well, not crazy, but you can definitely see some performance degradation. But I don't know, the resolution is so good that going for anti-alias is not really. I don't know. It was well without it. It's for wireframe maybe. Also, ambient occlusion as well will have a bit of impact, but very very minimal. So very good. Um, I have here another. I think it's this one. This is for example the type of work that I will do here in this computer. Like, okay, I'm gonna do some haircuts and put them. I have here the curve tools. It works great on Blender. I mean on Blender on OS X. There is the author says that this plugin has some maybe have some bugs on Macintosh. I haven't found any bug, so it's great. No, this no. Cure control, visibility, cure highlights. So yeah, very good. I mean, works great. No problem at all. Putting some hair chunks here. Now you will see when if I activate the wireframe thingy, the anti-alias, whole scene will go super super slow. So no anti-alias, and everything is good. Ambient occlusion is good. There is just a minimal, not very noticeable, but yeah, very good. I cannot show you Marmoset. I was exporting this to Marmoset. I cannot show you because my license, for whatever reason, doesn't work. So cannot open Marmoset, but yeah, this works very well here in Maya. So that's the type of thing I will do in Maya. Some retopologies, some haircuts. So yeah. Okay. Finally, I want to show you just because until now everything was super good. The last thing I want to show you is Unreal Engine. I don't know if I really want to do this because Unreal Engine is super unstable. It doesn't work well at all. It will create a lot of problems on the computer. Maybe it will crash. Um, I mean, it gives you the impression that it works because everything loads fine at the beginning, it compiles the shaders and everything, but it's gonna be very, very slow. So this level, I'm not even gonna open it. This level is nothing in this level. There is nothing. It's just the terrain, the basic terrain, of an empty level, and yeah, it's very, very slow. It's very slow. So painful to open and painful to do anything with it. So I'm not I'm not gonna open. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you that forget about Unreal Engine in this computer. I don't know in other Macs, but in this one, it needs more juice, I guess. Okay, just one final thing because in this computer, really I never bought this computer for gaming. Okay, but I want to game as well. I'm a gamer, so I want to game. I like games, and again, I didn't buy this computer for gaming. I have my other computers for gaming. I have my consoles for gaming, so I don't really game in this computer. But I just want to show you a bit of perspective of what is gaming on this computer. what I have here. So here, all these games are for free. The ones that Epic gives you for free. I don't know if I bought one or two here. And you can filter by macOS. So you see Windows, it has, see if I can zoom in here. It has 200 games for Windows, 233, and OS X is like 57 are compatible. So yeah, way less, of course, way less, of course, than Windows. But again, what do you play here? Well, yesterday I did a bit of, I was playing a bit of Darkest Dungeon, for example. Enjoying a bit of game of Darkest Dungeon. It works perfectly fine. You have Finder. I don't know. You have games. So not all games, but yeah, let's Torchlight 2, for example, it works great. I don't have the gamepad now connected, but you can connect any gamepad and it will work fine. So Darkest Dungeon I was playing on Steam. Now I don't see it here, so it's on Steam. So yeah, I mean some games here. Let's launch Steam as well. Why not? So you see my library and all the games that are not compatible. So here you see, for example, well, this is the one that I have installed now. Only these ones. I have Vampire Survivors, Slay the Spire, Monkey Island, Lord of the Rings, Darkest Dungeon, and Divinity. Let me open Divinity because I think this is a beautiful game and works super well on this machine. I don't have sound. Yeah, I don't have sound. Why I don't have sound? Maybe it's because um, I have to. You see, I don't know how to work with. Okay, nice. Okay, now go back to the game. So yeah, I have a game here very early. Just want to show you some performance. I don't know with the Wacom how this will work well. Yeah, very nice. It's great. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful game. Looks great, plays great. My settings are video. So this is the resolution. See, you can see the resolution. This is great that I can zoom everywhere. Vertical sync off. Quality, I think it's on high here. You know, SMA, everything is activated. So yeah, it works very well. Works very well. So yeah, I don't know how to zoom. Okay. I'm controlling with the trackpad and the Wacom at the same time. Very good. Okay. So yeah, very good, very cool, very good performance. Okay, no more games. Um, yeah, well, Darkest Dungeon was super good. I don't want to. I mean, games work. Not all of games, but some games work. Like for example, let me show you. My library is 400 games, and Macintosh. I don't know how many. I don't know how to see the amount of games, but you see here the bar. This is all the Macintosh compatible, and this is all of them. So yeah, way less games. But again, I don't buy this computer for gaming. And some memorable options like Witness, for example, Assassin's Creed, to the moon. Some graphical adventures. There is quite a few games that you can enjoy. I don't know, Star Wars, KOTOR, Shibi, some Warhammer, of course. Yeah, Batman. This one runs well. I don't have it installed now, but I played a bit here and it was fine. It was fine. Um, yeah, I don't know. Some of them will work better than others, but yeah, you can do some gaming in this computer. So yeah, it's not even warm. Battery now is like 82%, 82 here. So after all that we have been doing, this is, I don't know how long I have been recording, like 45 minutes recording. That other computer, my work computer, will be out of use already. It will be like almost like crying because I think it's like 1 or 2 hours maximum. But this one, see, 82%, and we have been doing some 3D, some renders. So yeah. So yeah, in wrapping up, I don't think I'm missing anything I want to show. Yeah, games on 3D is the important thing. I'm not launching Unreal Engine, so all good. Unity as well. I remember I did a test long ago, and it was also not very good. It was better than Unreal Engine, but it was smooth, but then there was like some hiccups, like some freezes, like from time to time it will freeze. I think it was probably a memory issue, like this thing is super tight on memory, like 8 gigabytes of memory is like nothing. So as you see now, this is like 6.4, like with Epic Games Launcher and Steam alone is just eating a lot of memory, and Firefox, so yeah, I mean, 16 gigabytes of memory will be fine. Will be better, of course. Everything more will be better. But as you can see, with 8, you can do a lot. So if you don't want to spend more money upgrading to 16, like when you buy this computer, it's very easy to have your finger go to the other option, to the bigger brother in the shopping. But I think it's better if you think more on the hard drive more than the processor, because the processor, this is very old already. I mean, it's from 2021, and it was the base model, and as you can see, for these basic things it works great. If you want more, yes, of course you can ask more to your computer, but maybe then you should consider a PC. If you want to do 3D more heavy thing and you don't want to overspend, then consider a PC. That's the thing. But if you want a laptop that will carry your day with you day to day, your 3D things, and sit down with you in the couch and do some Blender, or watch some YouTube, whatever, the things that you do on your computer. I think this computer can handle very well still, 3 years later. And hardware wise is amazing. It's super super comfortable to work with it. It doesn't get warm, very 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 little warm. You can record videos with it. It does many things and does everything super good. So yeah, very happy with it. um, so this is the updated thoughts on this computer, and hopefully this can help you also. When you are buying a computer, think on what you want to do with that computer, and yeah, think on this 3 years, 4 years later, if it's still gonna be helping you. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.